We are all too familiar with remote jamming. This means it is essential for you before walking away from your vehicle to double check that it is locked. If you don't and your vehicle is broken into, causing loss to a laptop, a tablet and other personal effects, is it most likely that your insurance company will not pay the claim? Why? Most insurance companies have a specific policy exclusion that requires visible signs of forced entry into the vehicle. The intent thereof is simple: to ensure that people take appropriate care and safeguard their personal effects. Just because we have insurance does not mean that we can now take on risks we would not have taken on had we not been insured. It remains your responsibility in taking as much steps as reasonably possible in mitigating losses. It is worthy to mention that your risk appetite might not always be that of your insurer. So if you take on risks, are you doing so at your own peril, with the possible outcome of your claim not being paid? Okay, so that deals with visible signs of forced entry. But what about keeping items in the vehicle? Another clause, which few clients are aware of, is that your items kept in an unattended vehicle should be kept in a locked boot or glove compartment. Most insurance policies will not cover items that you left in the vehicle that is visible to passers-by. Let me put it in this way. We all know there are criminals roaming shopping malls and parking areas scouting for their next victim. Now, if we have two people with the exact same vehicle, items, parking area, etc., with the only difference being the one vehicle owner left his laptop and tablet on the passenger front seat. The other stored the items in the boot of his vehicle. A thief approaches both vehicles with the intent of stealing something. Which vehicle is he going to target? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the basis of the exclusion. By leaving items out in the open for anybody to see is creating opportunity. There is no ifs or buts in this regard. I have come across too many clients trying to justify, argue and or debate this topic, and you can continue doing so at your own peril. The fact of the matter is the policy wording is very clear in this regard. Keep any items in your locked boot or glove compartment in order to enjoy cover when the vehicle is left unattended. And to those that ask, how would they know? Please go and watch our video on the consequences of insurance fraud. To our prosumers that have SUVs and LDVs, this differs from insurer to insurer, and therefore suggest you approach your broker, financial advisor or insurer for guidance. It is, however, safe to assume that unless you have tinting, lockable compartments or stowaways, is it most likely that your insurer will not entertain any claims for items stolen from the cabin left in the open. So be sure to speak to your financial advisor, broker or insurer to understand under what conditions items in your SUV or LDV would be covered. So key takeaways from today. Before you leave your vehicle, check the doors are properly locked. Do not assume the remote will close the vehicle. Signal jamming is a real thing. Any items left in the vehicle must be kept in a lockable boot or glove compartment. It goes without saying that you require the appropriate all-risk cover for the items kept in the vehicle. Lastly, would I encourage our prosumers to get into the habit of parking your vehicle close to any camera system in the vicinity. Footage definitely comes in handy during claims validation. Thank you for your time. Please do continue your insurance education with us, and be sure to follow our social media platforms for live updates, news and information on all things short-term insurance related.